I found a couple issues. So as I was messing around with this, I realized that the old gauge I had here wasn't connected to anything. The signal wire was just dangling, and even then, maybe somewhere in this car, the adapter's in there somewhere to connect the O2 sensor to this, but the old one, which is right here, only has these pins here. So you have your digital, you have your analog, and then you have your power outputs, but you have no way of connecting the O2 sensor to this. So, yeah, it's missing a box or something somewhere. I have no idea. So I found the old one in the cubby here in the back, and so I swapped it out. And I don't know why it jumps like this when it's off, but when it's on, and after about a minute, it starts reading correct. I grabbed the signal wire, which is just kind of laying out. I just kind of ran it a little ghetto for now, and I found the pin. I made a little slit here. Yeah, you're not supposed to. I don't care. Look at this hack job. It's all like the emissions and stuff that aren't really connected anymore. Anyways, so I made a little slit, connected it to the ECU. If you look here, it's not even programmed. It wasn't programmed to even use the O2 sensor, which is strange to me. I have no voltage right now, but when it's on, I do get a small voltage, 0.03, etc. According to the manual, it's just running super rich, which I can verify up here. It's pretty rich. But at least now I can start adjusting things a little bit without worrying too much, because I had no way of checking what my AFRs were, and I was super worried about it. Also, I adjusted the um, this setting here. So this little Y looking symbol here means on, and then the little cross means off. I don't know why they didn't just put on off. But I found the idle IG control. I don't know what the IG stands for. I think that is the idle control valve that's on the intake manifold itself. It was off. With it off, it would hunt for a while, boom, 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 and then after I don't know a minute or two, it would finally settle somewhere way outside of the range that I set. When I turned it on, um, I noticed that when I set the rev idle, it actually sits where I want it. So right now I have the range pretty separated. It seems to work better this way. I still have some minor hunting, but it does eventually like to stay around the 900 now, which is a lot better than what it was. Um, so, yeah, I'm going to test it out here in a minute and go for a little cruise. Go get some oil because I need to do the oil change. But now I can finally start at least adjusting some of the power settings. I think this thing's running at like 50% power, to be honest. It's so rich. And then, yeah, I took the gauges out because they're being sent out to be rebuilt. So I'm cruising with no gauges. So I have no idea how much gas I have. I'm just going to go get some more gas just in case. But you know what? You guys can kind of go with me here for a second. I haven't turned it on since I made some of these minor changes. So let's see. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to put the seat back one more. Okay. See, it still hunts a little bit, but then it'll eventually find its groove and idle down. Eventually. It's still a little colder. I think it's still running on closed loop or whatever the hell it is. But certainly way more stable than what it was. It used to jump between like 900 and 1400 RPMs. But still not perfect, as you can see, because I have it set to be a lot lower than that. Yeah, 1200 and 900. So this top number is supposed to be when it's decelerating. Fuel cut is supposed to kick in and kind of hold it and then drop down here. And it'll kind of work. So clearly there's still more tuning, something else that's going on I got to figure out, but there we go. See, that's pretty good. I like that. Now, why is it not at 900? I don't know. I can lower it to 800 and then it'll drop to 900. I can lower it to 700, it'll drop to 800. It will never go where I want it to go exactly. But the idle is nice now. At least nice enough. So I'm gonna go for a cruise, see what happens. Wish me luck.